Hello everyone and welcome to this new Elden Ring video. Today we are going to see the 6 best weapons for an intelligence build. To be precise, we are going to see 3 melee weapons and 3 sorcery staffs. The weapons that I will show you today will not follow any ranking. The choice of your weapon must depend on your way of playing and your statistics. The intelligence build can be used in different ways, just using the sorcery staff or using a melee weapon in one hand and the sorcery staff in the other. So always remember that you can also use 2 of these 6 weapons at the same time if your statistics are high. After doing this little intro, I'd say we can start with the weapons. Weapon number 1, Wing of Astel, is a curved sword in Elden Ring. The Wing of Astel scales primarily with strength, dexterity, and intelligence. It is a good weapon for builds that specialize in intelligence and dexterity. The ability of this weapon is Nebula. This skill, as you can see from the clips, leaves a powerful dark cloud that explodes after a short while. The Wing of Astel weapon can be found in a small chest at the top of the ruins in southern Old Palace ruins. Can only be reached if you have access to the northern section of Ainsel River by following the river east from northern Old Palace ruins. Weapon number 2, Moonveil, is a katana in Elden Ring. The Moonveil scales primarily with strength, dexterity, and intelligence, and is a good weapon for dealing melee, slash, and pierce damage in combat. His skill is Transient Moonlight Sheath Blade, holding it at the hip in a composed stance. For stance, you can use Rilana's cameo as a talisman and do the combo, with a normal attack or a strong attack to draw the blade at great speed for an instant slash attack. Both attacks fire off a wave of light, matching the orientation of the blade, with normal attacks firing a horizontal and short-range wave, and strong attacks firing a vertical and long-range wave that travels along the ground. The wave of light and melee swipe deal damage independently, allowing enemies to be hit by both for increased damage when in melee range. The Moonveil weapon can be obtained upon defeating the magma worm located in Gale Tunnel Sealed. Weapon number 3, Dark Moon Greatsword, is a greatsword in Elden Ring. Dark Moon Greatsword scales primarily with intelligence, dexterity, and strength, and is a staple weapon, in one way or another, in all From Software games. His skill Moonlight Greatsword is a skill in Elden Ring. Moonlight Greatsword is a unique ability found only on this weapon. This skill is a weapon buff, also allowing for heavy attacks to shoot magic wave projectiles. This means it is affected by a wide variety of buffs and talismans. The Dark Moon Greatsword weapon can be found under the Manus Seals Cathedral. After giving Ranni the Dark Moon Ring, you can get the ring by progressing through Ranni's quest, which is complex and requires many steps. Sorcery Staff number 1, Azur's Glintstone, is a Glintstone staff in Elden Ring. Azur's Glintstone staff scales primarily with intelligence and is a good weapon for spellcasters that rely on their magic attacks to cast quickly. Gives 40 virtual dexterity towards sorceries and incantations, making it slightly more effective than the Radagon icon. Casting speed is capped at 70 dexterity. The downside is this staff increases FP cost of only sorceries by 20, rounded down. Azur's Glintstone staff can be found at Rhea Lucaria Academy. Assuming you have unlocked all the shortcuts, specifically the ladder on the 2nd floor of the Church of the Cuckoo site, fast travel to the said site and climb up the ladder. Be alert here since the upper level is guarded by a Glintstone sorcerer and Tilazuli sorcerers. Head towards the east side and you'll see an arched doorway at the end. Defeat the high page guarding the entrance on the other side of the runway. You'll find the weapon on the ground, next to the crystal formation with the inactive school of graven mages in it, at the center of the room. Sorcery Staff number 2, Lusat's Glintstone, is a Glintstone staff in Elden Ring. The Lusat's Glintstone staff scales primarily with intelligence, and is a good weapon for conjuring high sorcery damage with enough mind. Increases FP costs by 50%. High sorcery scaling, but no bonus to sorcery damage outside of that. At 80 and 99 int, the extra scaling grants 11 more damage over the Carian Regal Scepter, sorcery scaling of 413 with 80 int. The Lusat's Glintstone staff weapon can be found at Sellia, Town of Sorcery, found in a chest north of the Nox Swordstress and Nox Priest Boss Duo's chamber after defeating them. Sorcery Staff number 3, Carian Regal Scepter, is a glintstone staff in Elden Ring. The Carian Regal Scepter scales primarily with intelligence. It is a good weapon only for characters with the highest intelligence, commonly used by sorcerers or any other magic build as their catalyst. The spinning weapon skill on the Carian Regal Scepter appears to differ from other applications of the standard spinning weapon, Ash of War, in that it is projected more forward, with spiraling blue particles behind. Deals magic damage that scales based on int or sorcery scaling. Unlike the Ash of War, you can infuse on other staves. Affected by Magic Scorpion Charm, if upgraded to 10, gives sorcery scaling of 330 at 70 intelligence and 373 at 80 intelligence. The Carian Regal Scepter weapon can be obtained when unlocking the power of the Remembrance of the Full Moon Queen by delivering it to Enya at the Round Table Hold. Melee intelligence builds will find more mileage with weapons that deal frost or magic damage. The best among these are the Dark Moon Greatsword and the Moonveil. For pure casters, the Carian Regal Scepter is the best sorcery scaling glintstone staff in the game. However, if you don't have the required intelligence to wield it just yet, you can opt for either Azur's or Lusat's glintstone staff in a pinch.
Don't forget to subscribe.